Second Cup is brought to you by Roswell Park Comprehensive Care Center.
Oh. Oh, ow.
Good morning, everybody.
The second she goes, mics are hot.
What'd you do?
My knee. Sorry, everyone. It's my fault that we're late here today. I was genuinely hobbling up the stairs. You know, there's an elevator here. I might as well just take it.
You'd probably still be in it, though.
Yeah, it's so slow. You're right.
It's a little bit of an older one.
Ooh, that really hurt. You saw my knee give out, too, didn't you?
I did. He was walking down the hall.
It
I
sucks
hope you're
getting
doing
old.
everything that they tell you to do. Like
I don't freaking know what to do at this point. I don't know. Like, I go back to the doctor on Thursday, tomorrow.
Well, maybe we ask a couple of questions. We see if there's a little bit of PT we should be maybe doing, certain stretches.
Yeah, I mean, they gave me a whole list of things.
And did you do them?
I mean, I did them after my surgery, yes, for sure. But I really have kind of stopped.
And now all of a sudden your knee's starting to give out. I wonder what the correlation could be there.
I mean, do you really think that
Yes.
I mean, like,
you
I'm moving
only had
around.
surgery like 2 weeks ago, not even.
Look, I can do a squat, though. This is what they said to do. They said to do squats. I mean, it kind of hurts. For those of you who don't know, I had my meniscus repaired 2 weeks ago tomorrow. And it was easy. It was easy. The ladies at the Buffalo Surgery Center, listen to this. I woke up and I remember telling them I've got a weird taste in my mouth. They're like, it's from the gases. Do you want some ginger ale? I'm like, yes. But then I looked at the calories, 80 calories. But I drank it. Needless to say.
What a tale. What a story.
I know. They were just so nice. They gave me ginger ale. I know. Any PT? No PT. Jeanette,
Well, maybe tomorrow when you talk to them and you say your knee's been giving out a little as you're walking.
it literally gave out. You
That's what
saw
I'm
that,
saying.
right?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that you need to do that.
I couldn't believe that. Kim says yes to the PT. Okay, I will.
So cold.
Yoga. I've never actually done yoga. Have you? Do you like it?
You know what? There's so many different kinds of yoga. I've never done the hot yoga. I'd probably like that. I need to be sweating when I'm working out.
Sure.
Like, I really just prefer running to it, but a lot of people love it.
Yeah, they swear by it. Peter, yes, the Buffalo Surgery Center, the one on Dent, yes. Do the doctor tells you. I did.
Yeah. Well, maybe just tell them tomorrow, hey, my knees now started giving out as I'm walking. So
Yeah.
what can I do to strengthen? Why don't I just come with you?
Honestly, somebody needs to. I gave Russ a very specific list of things to ask the doctor after my surgery because I knew he'd just be like, okay.
Sometimes you want another person there.
I know.
Especially if it's anything that I don't know, that you're worried about, or, especially ahead of time, you kind of want that other person to hear. Sometimes you hear things differently,
Della wants to know, how did you recover so fast? Look, from what I understood, this was not the most significant surgery in the entire world. They just kind of said I didn't even have a crutch. Or a boot, like Josh Allen. I mean, I literally they said there were going to be an ace bandage around your knee and you're going to be weight bearing and up and walking that day. I was like, holy cow.
That's changed a lot over the years.
So that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. And I was talking to people I don't know, maybe don't do the surgery, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hell no, do the surgery. Get it done. Feel better after. I mean, the pain in the meniscus area, right here.
Yeah. Did the tape come off yet?
No, but look. Hurts right here. That's the area that was repaired. That's for sure.
Well, that's why it hurts.
But then it was giving out back here. Do you like how they shaved my leg? But anyway, Kelly says PT helps, but years later the weather will be forecast by your leg. Understood.
Let me also be so clear. If Mankowski was here, he'd be on the floor right now because he can't look at any of this stuff.
I actually had to cut the stereo strip today because it was getting caught on my clothing.
I think that's okay.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Katie.
I mean, they tell you just let them wear themselves out, but it's been on for a couple of weeks now. Do you wash over it?
No, I don't even touch it. I'm afraid to touch
so
it.
you can do that. They told me after I had surgery, you could just wash over it gently.
Okay.
With soap and water, and then I think it helps loosen the tape. That's probably why yours is still on after 2
I know.
weeks.
I don't know what to do.
No, I think you're supposed to wash
I'm so nervous.
gently over,
Well,
soap
and you
and
know
water.
I don't do anything gently. Danielle says, my hip replacement surgery is 3 weeks from today. Freaking out. Listen, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're going to be great.
Dr. Dranch.
Yeah.
Kathy, do I still do the Peloton classes? Great yoga. I do. I like to ride my bike. I like my Cody classes. Although I've been trying to get back to running, so.
I like Cody with a mustache.
Yeah.
He looks good.
I love his, you know what? And my husband knows too. Like, I'll get up on that bike and then like you'll hear me laughing out loud because I just think some of the stuff he says is just so outrageous.
wild.
He's so funny. So that's kind of like what I need.
Kelly says, I walked out of my surgery with a Cairo cuff. Circulate ice water. Ooh, back to work 2 days. That's interesting. I did a lot of icing. They'll take the steri strips off tomorrow. Lauren says, okay.
We can take him off right now.
I know. Honestly, like I was kind of just thinking, like, can I just rip it off?
I wouldn't. You know what? Let's leave that one to the professionals. I did. My doctor did take one off at one point though. So.
And you know me, like I'm so impatient about
See,
everything.
Kim, that's what I'm saying. Like if you're like doing it with like rub it with a little soap and water and stuff, they kind of come off.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cody Riggs is hysterical. He's just so funny. I just get such a kick out of watching it. Like, and he's always talking about '90s stuff. Like I think he's a little bit younger than me, but I get the same like age range.
For
and
sure.
He's so funny. He's always talking about when we were growing up and all that stuff.
Right, Howard, that's exactly right. Oh my God, thousands of people have this surgery. It's not that big of a deal. My friend just had a hip replacement, was up and home the same day next week driving, then out in the driveway snow plowing. He did not have that big of a deal with it. Yeah, no, I'm not either. I mean, like, look, I'm just saying, like.
Sorry, Paul has a question that I actually have to answer.
I feel good. It was just like, holy cow, like it caught me by surprise. Like, I guess like I haven't been walking the same as I had been. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, because I was in so much pain for 4 months.
That's probably also part of why your knee's giving out a little bit, because you're just walking differently.
So, but otherwise, I feel great. I feel great.
Sorry, everybody. I had to text my husband back. He actually had a question that needed to be answered.
Hi, Paul.
He was looking for something for the baby.
Anyway, here we are. It is the start of
The cuppies get it, though. They get it.
Yeah.
They get it.
Of course. 808, like the drums. What?
I also did tell him exactly where this thing was already.
Sometimes you just need a little reminder.
Almost like he wasn't listening to me then.
Well, look.
Now he has it in writing.
Let me tell you, as the
Just
Paul
kidding.
in the relationship, sometimes it's easier to tune you pain in the asses out. All right?
Well, let me tell you, as the Russ in the relationship, I very politely wrote back where the thing he's looking for is, and then I did add, remember how I said it was there.
Russell would say,
When
did you
we
look with your hands? Oh, gosh, is right. Okay, can we talk about this one story here that I think is gripping the nation? What?
Paul must be watching right now.
Oh, why? What'd he say?
He says, first off, Paul asked a question that I actually have to answer.
Ooh. We know how you feel about the word actually.
Oh my gosh. I'd love to be like, you actually look nice today. I'm like,
I don't mean it like that, though.
"Yo, what a way to compliment a friend.
Oh my God, somebody was so rude on my Instagram today. Listen to what they said. Oh, I was really kind of taken aback by it. Let me see if I can find it. By the way, you can follow me on Instagram at DranchTV. Shameless plug. Crap. Where was it? I don't know. It was kind of rude though. Basically, somebody was saying that you and I are more like brother and sister and not news anchors. Like, okay, first of all, yes. And yes, like my job is to be here, like to wake you up, right? Our job is to be informational, but also entertaining. Like I don't take myself too seriously. You don't take yourself too seriously. You don't anymore, anyway. Actually. But like I don't know. I say this all the time. Like you're one of my closest friends,
Well,
and you
I
kind of
also
are like my sister.
think that like by design, this is how it's supposed to be.
Also,
Am I wrong? Like, if you work together with someone for so long,
right?
And you want to, like, I also think that if you watch the show often, you want to tune in and you want to see people that have a relationship,
Right, that like each other. Who
right?
like
And I
each
think
other.
that's kind of by design, right?
Yeah.
It would not be fun to watch people who like didn't like each other. Maybe it would be for a little bit.
Right. Cut the tension with a
yeah,
knife.
exactly. But Yeah, like I think Kathy, like the team concept is kind of what you're looking for.
Yeah.
So I don't think that that's a bad thing.
Cheryl
I
says,
don't know.
people are rude to you on Facebook, and I think you do a great job of reporting the news and not being one-sided. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. And then Kathy says, you two are a great team. Yeah.
You can't really read the comments sometimes. I mean, mine is here on second comment, where we're reading them right now.
Yeah, we
But-
do need to be fun.
Right.
Oh, I like Tori's comment. Or like Buzz and Woody. You got a friend.
Exactly.
In me. What did you say, Jamal? Jamal? Okay, wait. Pull Jamal up on camera. Let's introduce you to Jamal, everyone. Jamal is one of our new producers. Jordan's helping
Jordan's
him.
clickety-clacking over there. You can hear it click, 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 click.
Good morning, Jamal.
Hi, Jamal.
Hey guys,
Say hello to the cuppies.
what's going on, cuppies?
Jamal brings up an interesting point.
Yeah, Buzz and Woody like hate each other in the first movie for like half the movie.
And then what happened?
Then they liked each other.
See, I feel like Katie and I were like that in the beginning.
Really?
We loved each other. We loved to hate each other.
Oh.
I think that can be said for anyone who works in Ed's realm.
What?
I'm joking.
What do you mean?
That can be said for anyone who has
Tell
to
me
start
more,
working with
Jordan.
Ed.
Explore that. Dig in a little bit. I wouldn't let a cuppy off the hook so easily.
Nothing.
Is your mic on?
Yes, it should be. Hello.
Okay.
Um,
Okay, what do you...
I'm just giving you some.
well, we worked at
Bullying,
different
that's it, you
stations
know?
Yeah,
initially.
that's what I mean. Remember when Meg Rossman came back and had something to say?
God, okay, will you just... Ed's on a roll today.
All those years
He's been on a
ago.
roll since he came back.
Oh my god. It's because I had too much time to think, to be honest with you. You know, like when you're home and you're just doing nothing for God knows how long, and you're just like, wow, I have so much time to think about absolutely everything.
I'm not familiar with
The
that.
filter that existed
concept.
maybe 20% of the time with Ed has now just completely evaporated. So.
And how great that is.
Woo!
I love that blue shirt on Jamal.
I know, Jamal, it's very,
Like that
it's a
striped shirt.
beautiful color.
You should get a striped shirt like that, like a bright blue shirt like that.
Yeah, but then what would I wear? I don't know. Like, I
a
have a
red
hard
tie.
time with
Like a white tie, a black
Or a
tie,
red tie.
well,
Yeah,
white
it's not
tie.
really tough.
white tie.
White
Yeah, white
tie?
tie. I don't, yeah.
Maybe
I-
like a gold. Like if you have like.
If I
light
wore a
like-
white
like
tie,
gold.
I'd look like a PIMP. I don't know what you heard about
One of these
me.
days, our boss is going to come in here and say that.
Seriously.
Like, really, I'm not going to be the source of that. So
For the record, both big bosses watch this
I know.
live, so it could be either one.
Hello, Leanne. Good morning.
so this has gone off the rails.
See, this is why we watch.
Yes, exactly. We're all good friends behind the
you
scenes.
know what we
and
didn't
everything.
mention to the cuppies?
What, babe?
That we're going till 8:45 today.
Oh,
Which is
yes.
why we're talking about nothing.
We're doing something, so we got to go till 8:45 today.
Marlene, we appreciate you saying that. I said it before, and it's worth repeating. Whomever matched the two of you together is an absolute genius. Your chemistry is so worth watching. I really appreciate that.
You're reading that comment because that was our boss, and now you're just trying to make up for that last thing. You said.
So funny. Okay. Ooh,
Ooh, silver tie. That is a good one.
That's a good one.
that's all.
The Devil Wears Prada too. I know.
Did you see Peter's comment?
Yeah, Peter's a smart man.
Okay,
Blue
Smart
shirt,
man,
with it.
Peter.
silver tie.
Here for it. Let's go. Lauren, thank you. This
I'm
is
like
the only
this
reason
looking
why
at the
she
shop.
watches.
Oh yeah, I feel like a red tie would look so nice with it. Do you
With
think
yeah,
that would
like
look too
Like
no.
a red tie, I think.
Yeah,
that'd
I don't know. I just
See,
think
I
it would look
am
nice.
very like.
Contrast. Yeah, I like a
Yes.
good contrast color
Yeah.
sometimes. It looks nice.
This is a great match today. I think.
I'm sure,
It was
like,
okay match.
Good, not great.
I'm sure, Katie, you have like something like blue and red, or you have something at least that's a similar shade to that blue.
Oh
or
yeah,
red,
I mean,
so.
yeah.
I've got a blue shirt like that.
I've
A
got
nice bright blue.
piece of clothing or two.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. All right, let's talk
A
about
piece
news
of
here.
clothing or two.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye guys.
So the big news that I think everyone is really paying attention to here is the Leanne just texted me. She goes, "Good morning." Good morning. I will see myself out.
Bye.
No, the big news that everyone's talking about here, we are obviously following this very closely because our own Scripps News Group stations are involved here. The Savannah Guthrie, the kidnapping of her mother Where is Savannah Guthrie's mother?
Such a devastating story.
And then to hear that, you know,
Mm.
our Scripps News Group station in Tucson got a ransom note that apparently mentions her mother and the demand for millions in crypto.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on here?
You know, this is just it's a horrifying story. It's so sad. It's so scary. This woman's 84 years old.
Right.
She's in her house.
But
you
she's
know?
like sharp as a tack, they say.
Right. So, right. Because a lot of the time, initially, you hear a missing person and maybe in their 80s, you think, oh,
Right, they had dementia or something
did
like.
somebody, right. And just like, this is just crazy.
I know. Sarah, I agree with you 100%. This story is becoming very sad and scary. And I was saying to Katie this morning, like, now I want to put myself in Savannah's shoes, right? You know, first of all, that was my dream. My dream was always to be on the Today Show. And, you know, so I'm thinking about her in that capacity, right? Like, you reach a certain point in your career, you have finally made it, you're making millions of dollars a year, and you are living the life that so many people dream of living.
Yeah, it's just.
And then I said to Katie this morning, like, what happens next? Do they find her? Do you go back in front of a camera? Is this enough trauma to be like, I'm done? I don't want my family in that spotlight anymore.
I just think that she, you know, she's got to. I don't know. You have to obviously find your way through this, like, navigate this horrible situation in the public eye.
Right.
Is just so scary. And so, you know, Sherry was wondering, are there security cameras at that multi-million-dollar house? So that's the thing. They haven't been able to access.
Which
the
blows my
security camera
mind.
footage.
Because it's all stuck in the cloud.
Well, part of it. And then there was also like reports about what had happened to I don't know.
Well, what did you see?
I
This is from
saw
the Daily Mail.
I saw something that said the Ring doorbell may have been removed. Like the camera may have been
Oh.
removed. And I don't know. Listen, I'm not the lead investigator of this case here.
Sure.
But then you would think too, those things are always rolling, you
Mhm.
know, so maybe you could get, I don't know.
It breaks my heart. Oh, Connie's one or two of the cameras are missing. Okay. It breaks my
So
heart.
I don't know, like, I gotta tell you, like, I can't remember what I've read where, you know what I mean?
I
And there's
understand.
too much gossip coming
Yes,
out
of course.
about this, so like, I don't want to say what Connie's saying, like, definitively, because I'd have to look to make sure it came from like ABC News, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so bottom line here is that I don't know.
It's just scary.
Look.
It's terrifying. I hate it.
Is your mic on? Go ahead.
I would say that I only think it's a means for her to really stop, though, because I feel like we don't know what the motive was behind this, if it was connected to Savannah, if it was connected to just NBC itself, and they just went, okay, let's go for the,
Okay.
big household name. I don't know what necessarily the reason was, but I feel like if she were to step aside after,
Well, I don't.
taking time to, go through her time and everything, I feel like you're just kind of letting the bad guy win.
Yeah.
Especially if, depending on what the story is.
Okay,
If it
here's
was
what the
gonna-
sheriff said. They're still waiting to get surveillance footage from the home security cameras from the companies that own them. They've asked them. They know there's urgency. Investigators are also looking into a camera that was missing from the front of the home.
Yes.
Crazy. And,
So-
and just to be clear, like I don't think that we know the details yet. We don't know
Exactly.
like what you're right to the point what the motive is. I'm just saying simply like as a person, as a human being, right, who has now dealt with the trauma and to your point, doing this in a public view for all of the nation to see, like I would feel like I'm done. Like I feel like I would have to. I would
Yeah.
not be able to go forward. I would not be able to go on.
It would take a lot of healing. By no means do I say that she would be back up and running within a week or two after coming back. Like, no. Like, I think she would definitely need to take a lot of time for it, but I don't think this would be, the final current for her.
You know
Like,
what?
I think also to Kathy's point as well, of all the people that target Savannah's mom, I know they sent a ransom note. TMZ said they also got one, so I don't know, again, if they were trying to target, a household name, someone that everyone would know, depending on, which, network you're loyal to, you would
Right.
still know Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show.
I don't even
well,
like,
this is a good point here too.
yeah, I don't even like speculating on
exactly.
this because
know.
like this is for Savannah to decide. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
for her to decide. This is for her family. Like this is like to me, it's like let's hopefully find this woman safely, and then they can make those
Right.
decisions
Yeah,
from there.
exactly.
What is the mom going through? Right, exactly. Star, I can't imagine what this lady is going through. You know, my point isn't like this is what she should be doing or this is what. My point is more like if it were me, if you know, like I don't want to ever say like this is what she should do. It's up to her. It's her decision.
Yeah.
I personally would just think that like maybe step back a little
The
bit.
whole story is just so hard
Yeah.
and sad.
Great point. Great point. Oh, sorry, Barbara. Great point.
Yep.
You see something, you say something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Peter, 100%. Taking time off, it has to be emotional on so many levels. It's awful.
I know Joy's saying too, and that they've said that before, that she has medication
know.
that she needs, and
Crazy. Well, and that's kind of like right. We don't know. We don't know what's going on here, and that's what's so
it's just
scary.
sad that this kind of thing would happen in this. I mean, you know, you say that all the time. We say that all the time.
Right.
Look at some of the stuff that we cover. It's
Well, and that was my point yesterday, right? Like a lot of the stuff that I do, I get it. You know, it's not the best thing that you're highlighted for. I understand that. And sometimes there are people who don't like my reporting. And I get that too. You know, and at that point, as I mentioned yesterday, like it's my job to give my family a heads up, like, hey, this is going on, and hey, this is what's being said. I just want you to be aware of this. Keep an extra eye out. And unfortunately, that's the reality of living in this job in 2026. Everyone has access to everything. So for me personally, that's how I operate.
wow.
And I don't know what she's doing. I don't know how she's what happened here. You know,
I think, yep, we just have to wait and see what happens and think of their family.
Rachel, I'm concerned because she doesn't have her meds. Right.
I know, and it's you know, it's sad and it's scary. A, that this would happen, but B, that it plays out like this. A
I know.
scary public light. Like it's a lot.
Horrifying.
It's horrifying. Yeah.
Right.
Because Cheryl, yeah, let's remember this is someone's mom. Right. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Great point. You know, speaking, how about somebody's dad? Joe Brady. On a lighter note,
Okay.
somebody's dad, Joe Brady, is here for the next
Wanted
5
to
years
be.
as the Buffalo Bills.
Obviously,
head
I didn't
coach.
think I'd ever get a chance to be
He
the
was the
head coach of
offensive
the Buffalo Bills.
coordinator, and
wanted to
he
be.
spoke
Why?
one-on-one with
Why
Matt
is this the only
Beauvais
I mean, look,
yesterday. You can see, by the way, that full interview right now on WKBW.com. And, you know, Beauvais, to his credit, asked a really good question. And I love Beauvais. Let me tell you,
I do too.
to his credit, he asked a great question
Yeah.
of Joe Brady. You know, like, why did you want to be in Buffalo so bad? And
And he had a great answer.
I thought it was great too. Here's what he had to say.
Obviously, I didn't think I'd ever get a chance to be the head coach of the Buffalo Bills. But when that opportunity came up, I let him know I wanted to interview, and there was trying to picture yourself of like not being. This is the only place I wanted to be.
Why? Why is this the only place?
I mean, look. I mean, it hit when we found out Coach McDermott was no longer here. I mean, it hit me, you know, because it hit me in a lot of reasons. One, like, you realize, man, I might not get to even be an offensive coordinator here, right? You go through the interview process, you're like, man, I love my day job. I love my day job. Not that I'm playing with house money, but I get to still be the offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills. And then I woke up the next day, and that was about the only thing I knew I wasn't going to be as the offensive coordinator of the Buffalo Bills. And so you start really thinking about what Buffalo means to you, the people that I get to coach, the players I'm around, and trying to picture yourself anywhere else. And I literally couldn't. And I'm so fortunate I don't have to.
Okay, I'm all in on Brady. You know what? I wasn't sure about it when McDermott got fired, and I was like, please, anyone, don't hire Brady. Why would you hire Brady as your head coach? Like, you know, you're just going to move that guy up. Sean McDermott gets fired, and you're going to move that guy up. And I was like, I wasn't really sold. I'm all in on Brady.
I think he said all the right things that people wanted to hear. I also think our offense did well.
Fair. Though the screenplays, I mean, are we going to screenplay every single thing
It'll
next
be
year?
interesting to see him. It was interesting to hear him during his press conference talk about how he doesn't have those tight relationships. These relationships, but not like as close with
Sure.
the defensive line. So it was interesting to hear him say how he's going to start really developing those and how that's going to be different for him because he's so close to his offensive guys, and now he's going to have these relationships all over the team.
But to be able to understand how relationships drive a culture
Yeah.
and how important relationships are to continue building.
Well, you can also tell that he puts a lot on Josh Allen's back, which I don't think is a bad. I mean, it's probably stressful, but he's the leader of the team, and
Sure.
I think that there's no denying that. And you can tell that they have a mutual respect for one another, so that's good. They work very well together. We've seen so.
Star, though, says she's still upset about McDermott. Brady has some big shoes to fill. Yes, I agree. Brady does have big shoes to fill. And, like, we had a great coach for 9 years. McDermott was exactly what we needed at the time to turn the tide, right? We hadn't been to the playoffs in 17 years. We had a culture problem in the locker room. McDermott turned that around. We got Josh Allen. But now we hit that proverbial wall.
Right. So Joy says, I'm all in for Joe, but couldn't they keep Sean too? You know what? I don't hate that there was a change. Again, I don't know that it was the biggest change in the world.
Right.
But it was a change. So, yeah, Sean's got it. It's time for him to prove himself now.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's maybe the point. That's the point here.
And I think if there's any, like, he certainly made it very clear that he wants to.
And he said he understood the pressure here, right? He understood that this is the assignment. Get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Will it happen next year?
Yep.
I guess it depends on who's around Josh Allen.
Right.
Now, Barb, I did not see that.
I wonder if she's talking about WGR.
GR. I think that's kind of what you're thinking here. And I just want to be super crystal clear here. No, the Bills have kind of taken their radio broadcast and they're moving it off of GR.
They're basically moving everything in-house.
Which is
It's their prerogative.
right. I actually kind of think it's smart. It's not good for GR, obviously, but when you're talking about the way media is changing, you never want to see something like that happen to a
So-
local radio station. But I
No.
think that this is smart on their behalf.
So this is like the one thing I will say about it that kind of made me think how it could like have a practical implication. Like Paul and I would drive often
Right.
across the state,
Mhm.
and you couldn't listen to the Bills, and we would have the hardest time finding the games or being. And we would wait till we were within,
Yeah.
you could finally hear them. So this probably, my guess, is going to give the Bills more business opportunities. To be
Thank you.
able to
Exactly.
allow you to listen in different ways.
And so, look,
Maybe you could pay to, listen to it.
you can pay, they'll get sponsors, and look, the money's going to them and not necessarily the radio station.
And I'm not, it's a business move.
Right.
Mm.
Here's my thought about that. Though Mark says I'd rather have the radio on when the national people stink. Who don't you like on the national level? I'm interested in hearing that.
So many people don't like.
I know Chris Collinsworth is one of them that a lot of people just dislike. So, right, we talked about here's a behind the scenes, lift the curtain kind of thing for you. This is an owned and operated thing. The Bills are going to be broadcasting their, in-house radio network on their app, right?
Right.
And so that's their owned and operated platform. So they get all of the revenue. They are driving people to their platforms instead of someplace else.
Yep.
And this allows you.
And like the world has changed so much. So when you think about when this partnership probably started or
Right.
like in the past,
Yes.
only certain entities had the ability to do the broadcast.
Correct.
To get the stream out there, to do all this stuff. And now, I mean, look at how we're streaming right now.
But
Things
on
have just
Facebook, no
changed.
less.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, right, but things have changed so much.
Yes.
All you need is your phone now. And it's just, and I'm not saying they're
No, they're stepping
doing
into
it live with their phone.
2026.
Right, but they're taking it in-house. And that's just like,
smart
that's what
move.
a lot of companies are doing.
Gina doesn't like Tony Romo. Mark says the only color person I like is JJ Watt. Okay, did you see, speaking
him.
of JJ Watt, did you see that video of him doing yoga?
No.
Or whatever workout he was doing?
He's funny.
He's funny. He's jacked. Oh my God. Oh God, damn near died.
No, I have not seen him.
Let me find it. Hold on. It was
See-
unbelievable.
So many people really dislike hearing all the different color commenters. Wow. And he does yoga?
No, this was some sort of like
Oh. What is this?
it looks like almost a Pilates workout, like a bar workout almost. Can you pull
Is
up
that a
JJ Watt's
band?
Instagram? Yeah,
Okay, it's like a band workout. So he's got a band on his legs here.
but then it's they're on a mat.
It looks like it's probably hot in there too. I wonder if it's one of those like hot yoga things.
I don't know.
I've never done that before, and there's a lot of people that swear by the hot yoga.
Well, that's what we were just talking about, right?
I know. That's why I bring it up.
Hello, pull it up.
No, I hadn't seen this. Okay, so that's
Okay, wait. Go to the first picture though. Thank you. Woo!
Those girls look great too. Everybody looks
I didn't see them.
Everybody looks great. So it looks like a workout. Jordan, go to the actual workout itself. It looks like a workout with bands around your legs. Is it right?
Yeah,
It's not his
so-
shorts. It's like a pair of bands.
Yeah, it's like a like
like a
stretch band.
mhm, yep.
And what they're doing there
I got
is
a couple
so
of
hard.
those hanging on a door hanger. Like
Those
maybe
big
I should
thick
give it a
bands,
shot.
yeah, those are the hard ones to use too. We use them at the gym. I mean, they're heavy.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, next one.
Mine are just hanging. That's funny.
Wow,
Oh,
that
those
is
are to
hard.
do, yeah.
A crunch, a weighted crunch,
Mhm.
and like an oblique twist. Woof. Anyway, we love JJ Watt.
I like a workout like that though. That sometimes, like I used to take body pump a lot, and when you're guided through stuff like that, it is kind of fun. Although I do, now I just like go up on my Peloton, I run my
Sure.
little treadmills. I have no problems.
Clean and pump. Clean and press.
Been impressed.
Yeah. What? That was a Les Mills workout.
I think
Body
so. Yeah,
pump?
yeah. Les Mills body
Yeah.
pump. Yeah, I used to take it all the time.
That's a great workout too. I mean,
It
you
is.
add weight. I mean,
It's an hour of weightlifting.
Yeah,
an
it's
hour of
hard.
like stressful weightlifting, cardio weightlifting. Because you're just like doing it all the time.
what
And then
else?
the next day after you do it for the first time, you're like,
Right, you can't
you
move.
can't sit.
I know. Delgado. This is a great topic. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Okay, so yesterday we told you about a Siena College poll that came out that shows that Governor Hochul has a very significant lead in the primary election race against her own lieutenant governor, who's like, screw you, Hochul, I'm running myself. And he's basically challenging her on the issues.
So you have to think about what an interesting working relationship that is.
They
now.
have no relationship.
Which I was going to say really is not a functional working
The peanut
relationship.
gallery is laughing over here.
You
It's
know?
true.
Mhm.
But when you consider the reality, he's got no chance. According to this poll, of course, that shows that she's got a 50-point lead over him. But now he's selected India Walton, who has run for
Buffalo mayor.
as his running mate.
Mhm.
Now,
And you'll recall India Walton beat Byron Brown in the primary election.
right.
And then got onto the Democratic ticket. And that was when they had the Write Down Byron Brown campaign
Mhm.
and then Byron Brown ended up winning the election. But
And then resigned years later.
India Walton was the person who had gotten herself on, she campaigned, she got herself on the Democratic ticket.
Jeanette says we need a new governor. Need. Okay, so Jeanette, so there are three people in the race right now, really. I mean, we got Hochul and Delgado primarying each other. Then we've got Bruce Blakeman on the Republican ticket. So who do you vote for at this point? I guess we'll start with the primary. Excuse me, do you go Delgado? Do you go Hochul? And then I guess once we get to past that bracket, do you go Hochul or Blakeman? Now,
It's been a long time since New York has had a Republican mayor, but
Right.
governor, but we've had a Republican governor.
Now, keep in mind, the only people who can vote in the primary are the Democrats.
Are in that party, correct? Right.
Connie says that'll really make him lose. So it was interesting because the way this has kind of been dissected is that, of course, this is a state race. This is a statewide election, so it's not just Western New York. It seems like his idea here, Delgado,
Concept behind.
is to go after that same base, that same electorate that had, or that Zoran Mamdani had in his corner in the New York City mayor election.
And he won.
Jason says we need a new governor badly and not Blakeman. Why not Blakeman, Jason? And for governor. Danielle says the same thing. See, I mean, never say never.
Mark says she couldn't win to a write-in for mayor. How could she win statewide?
Look, again, never say never, right? I mean, you never rule out any possibilities, but the way the polls look,
Right.
it does not look as if either of them have a fighting chance. Now, they did just release a new promotional video kind of explaining their issues, and they did explain that they're trying to drive New York in a different direction. And Delgado spoke one-on-one with Michael Wooten, and he basically said, look, he's doing this for the people. And it seems like he and Walton are on a very similar page, and that he didn't think Hochul was doing what he thought was best for the state.
I don't know. I mean, we literally just got those poll numbers yesterday, so it's pretty up to date as far as this goes. Now, here's a new announcement that we knew was kind of coming, though.
Right.
I don't know. Like you said, you can never say never. The polls point one way.
Sure. Right. Jason, though, says Blakeman is MAGA. Okay.
It's. I think that just in general, politics has been so divisive as of late, and maybe we look at the last, 5 to 10 years, right? It's been just so divisive. At some point, you hope that the moderate concepts come back around a little bit.
I agree.
Jeanette was saying, saying that New York would never go red, but it has in the past. We've had a Republican governor, and albeit like it was a very different time. It was a very different time.
I wonder, and I'm just kind of bouncing off. Okay, so Shirley, who did they poll and where? Across the state. This is a statewide poll. This is 800 people statewide. And it was interesting. I was kind of reading something yesterday from some of the pollsters, and they said it's kind of like making a pot of soup.
Mm-hmm.
And what this person said was that, all you need is a spoonful, essentially, to tell that the soup is either too salty or needs spice.
So I remember, it's been a while, but when I was in school, I took an entire course on statistics. And there's just a science behind it.
Right.
Once you hit a certain number, depending
There's a
on,
good sample size.
Exactly. You get the right sample size, and then in theory, right, it's giving you a concept of what you'd be looking at.
But anyway, what I was going to say is based on Jason's comment that he's MAGA.
Excuse me.
I wonder, and hear me out on this. If by associating somebody as MAGA, we're saying they're bad, are we just kind of making a blanket statement and not listening to their points or not hearing their points simply because they are part of a one party? I mean, realistically, yes, Trump has said he supports him, but just because they're a Republican, does that make them MAGA? And do we just tune their points out?
See, and that's why I think that
Do you know what I'm saying?
we overly politicize things like this, I have always thought you have to look at each individual issue.
Right.
Versus a whole thing.
I agree.
And actually, we were just saying New York, looking at the Republican governors, right? So George Pataki was the last. New York's had 3 Republican governors since 1923. Thomas E. Dewey, Nelson Rockefeller, and then George Pataki. Okay, so he was the most recent Republican governor. But then I kind of was just scrolling, and I'm this is just by Wikipedia, okay? So this is what I'm talking about, how when we say maybe it was a little bit of a different time, okay, conceptually, when we are talking about Republicans and Democrats. Because I'm like, okay, well, let me look at, the issues here. And, where he kind of sat on different issues. Social policy. So for abortion, he described himself, according to Wikipedia, as pro-choice. Gay rights. He lobbied heavily in favor of gay rights bill. And I think that a lot of these things were different issues that people that have kind of shifted. Like the parties have gotten so tied to how they feel like they need to be on these different choices and these different topics. And like you don't often hear, I guess, of like a Republican or a Democrat who like feels differently on these different things.
You know, and it's interesting that you say that because I was talking to Tim Kennedy in particular a couple of months ago, right before the election.
And again, this is just me reading what just
I understand.
reading briefly off the internet, but
Kennedy, who used to be in state politics, all of a sudden switched to the national talking points. That was during the government shutdown. Do you know what I'm talking about? When I was talking with him. And, you know, I wonder, are you able to get elected if not for sticking to those points?
right, it's such a different time.
Right. Though, in 2026, when we're talking about politics and we want so much more from our politicians, should it just simply be issue by issue? And do the parties now need to make that case?
I like to know how people feel about different issues, and I don't want them just to fall upon a party line because
Right.
maybe you feel a certain way about different things, you know, and you feel differently about different issues.
Barbara says, I'm not affiliated with any party. I'm looking for someone who's open and honest and stick to their principles and don't pander to whatever way the wind is blowing. Look, and I'll be completely honest. I mean, you can look up my voter registration too. I mean, like, it's not like it's a secret or anything. I'm an independent. It's simply because, you know, in my professional life, I feel like it's impossible to say I'm one side or another. I see things objectively. That translates into my personal life as well. And, you know, when you look at things objectively, I think you're able to say, okay, this makes sense, this doesn't. Is there a middle ground here?
Well, Mark brings up a great point. What does it all come down to sometimes,
Right.
you know?
Yeah, Daniel, right? Right. Can't we just get rid of the party? I know, Daniel. I know some people have stopped talking to friends because of their views, which is insane. Yeah, it's crazy.
Right.
Can't we
Rachel,
all
I'm
just
glad
get
somebody
along?
else kind of feels that way too, because it just like I want to look at the issues kind of person, and I want to decide how I feel about different issues, and I want to know how you actually feel about those issues, because I will vote for a person based on how
I agree.
I think they will vote on different issues that are important to me. It doesn't really, you know what I mean? Like
But if
way
more of
open.
us had that perspective, or
And I also have to say, I'm sure if the politicians, to put it, you know, we say the money to put ourselves in their shoes, maybe they feel like they can't,
right.
or else they're going to lose their jobs. You know, it's
Well, we heard from Jeremy Zellner last night in his acceptance speech and taking over that Senate seat in New York State for Sean Ryan after resigning, that, you know, this is a referendum and shows that MAGA has no place in Erie County. But, like, that's not true either, because, you know, just because Dan Gagliardo didn't win, 40% voted for him. I mean, that's a pretty significant number for a Republican in this area.
Yeah, but also think about the area, because it I mean, yes, it
Yes.
had Buffalo, but it also had Amherst.
In a special election, no less.
It's just, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean, though? Like, people feel a certain way. Yes, he won, Zellner,
Right.
but there are many people who quietly feel conservative values are what they want to lead. So I thought that's an interesting conversation.
Agreed. Well, we hope you enjoyed your extra 15 minutes of Second Cup today.
I certainly did.
We will be back here tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow we have a special guest.
Yes, I love Cat Chick. She's just so cute.
Guess we're telling everybody who it is.
Sorry.
No, Kat, no, it's okay. Kat's
Sounded
gonna
like a
join
good
us,
tease.
and we love when Kat comes in from Feedmore, Western New York, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about the latest drive that they have. And we hear about this one every year. It's about peanut butter, but it's almost expanding a little bit when we talk about their kids that have peanut allergies. We talk about like the different almond butters, all these kinds of things. We're going to talk to her about that, and just kind of in general.
How things are going.
She's so great, and
Little
she
touch
really puts
base.
stuff in perspective too. You know, like here we are talking about, you know, difficult situations, how we feel about politics. But then sometimes you think about, Kat's going to come tomorrow and tell us how many kids in Erie County are hungry,
Thank
and
you.
how many kids in 8 counties of Western New York are hungry, and it's going to put
Perspective.
a lot of perspective, you know, here. So we'll talk with her tomorrow.
Have a great day, everyone. See you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.